See, I thought we'd be discussing this if we're talking about teenagers, late teenagers. Her name is Frances. And Darla says that Frances is obsessed with being beautiful, and things are out of control. Like what?
Well, for one thing, she has this big mirror in her bedroom, and she will stand in there and put makeup on, and she kisses the mirror all over her socks, her panties, her clothes. Everything has to match. I'm afraid that my little girl is going to attract the wrong kind of people. I hate men to be around her because I'm afraid, because she's drawn to men. Because her dad is not around, and he's never seen her, she's never seen him, and she wants a man in her life. And by dressing up and wearing makeup and wearing sexy clothes, she thinks that she's going to get the attention of a man.
When our producer talked to her, she said she didn't like ugly people. And we said, what would happen if you weren't as pretty as you are? She said she wouldn't have any friends if she was ugly. And if you're beautiful, guys will like you. And you have to be thin to get noticed. And then she said she's afraid of being fat like her mom.
She's had people...
She drinks Slim Fast, uses Thigh Master. We're talking about a 9-year-old girl.
She is obsessed with working out. She stands in front of the mirror and she says, my tummy is so much flatter than it was last week.
And her boobs.
Oh, yes. She has outgrown the first stage of a training bra. And she's in the second stage, which is like an A or a double A or something. And she comes home.
Your daughter's 8?
Yes.
She is also obsessed with her appearance. But 9-year-old Frances believes she's very beautiful. Debbie's daughter, Erica, is the opposite. She is convinced that she is fat. She wears clothes that will cover up her, this is her words, her butt.
Uh-huh.
Is she fat?
No, I think she's normal for her age. She's
8 years old.
Yes. It's to the point when it's time to get ready for school, I don't look forward to it. It's harrowing.
Why?
If she isn't wearing something that covers her behind, she'll cry. I am concerned because she's too concerned about herself. That's my concern.
Would you like to trade places with Darla?
No, but there has to be a happy medium.
Yes, that's right, exactly. Let's bring out Erica. Erica's 8 years old. Erica, come on now. Erica, you're very pretty.
Thank you.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
Good. So you really believe that you're very pretty?
Well, sorta.
Uh-oh. What do you mean, sort of, Erica?
I think that I don't look pretty because I have a big butt and I'm overweight.
Well, you're 8 years old. Do the kids in school tease you?
Sometimes.
God bless. I love him very much, but he's so concerned about her. He'll say things that hurt her.
Like what?
About the barbecue?
Yeah, I was going to eat some chips, and then he told me that I can't because that's how I would get
out
fat.
loud.
In the mirror for God making her so hot at 11 years old. She's already hot.
What else?
The world revolves around Nikki. It's all about her. If you say, Nick, you're not all that. You're just jealous, Ma, because you don't got it like that. I mean, it's cute and it's funny, but it does get to the point where it's enough. She puts down her sisters constantly. Anybody that she plays with, they're not as hot as I am. They just wish they were me.
Let's bring her out and see what hot means. I'm a little confused. Nikki? Nikki, you've told our producers looks are what's really important. What does hot mean?
Beautiful. beautiful, gorgeous, just all that.
All of that, okay. Why is this so important to you?
Because, like, that's like how you get in the popular groups, how people like you.
But it's nothing about school, no school activities. She doesn't get involved in anything. It's only makeup,
No,
hairspray, clothes.
I played basketball. I did, but I don't.
And wasn't a hair out of place.
Gave
Not
up
a hair out of
basketball at
place.
9.
What'd you say?
Gave up basketball at like 9, right?
What?
No, I'm just kidding. You like to be like the people you see on TV?
Well,
Why?
because, well, I don't like to be them because I know I can be like them.
Okay, it's not a matter of wanting to.
I am like that.
You have it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The attitude has to stop. It is just, that is not what life is about. She's not always going to be gorgeous and hot. It's what's inside, not what's outside.
What? You're saying that, but the other kids in school aren't saying that. And you're not her world. The other kids are.
But I'm who she has to live with, and
Yeah.
I'm the one who's supposed to be installed.
To do about her 17-year-old. Now, your 17-year-old is kind of like Erica 9 years later. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Dawn admits that she's obsessed with looking good, but says she can't help it because every day life is a competition. Which girl is the skinniest? Which girl is the prettiest? Patty, tell us about Dawn. She thinks she's fat.
Dawn thinks she's fat. She constantly diets. She will walk in front of a mirror, I'm fat, I've got to do something about this weight.
She doesn't eat.
She doesn't eat.
She has tried diet pills. That would be anorexia. Sees television shows and magazines with skinny girls and skips her breakfast, has salad for lunch, skips her dinner.
Right.
With her, though, it's a competition.
Constantly.
See, that's not exactly anorexia. She'll sit there, and if there's a prettier girl in row 3, this'll destroy her.
Right. Exactly.
And she is always comparing herself.
Yes. Magazines, girls on the street, it's like, am I that pretty? Am I that thin? Can I ever look like that?
Let's have Dawn come out. She's 17, right? Miss the message. And emotionally, they're right about being concerned. This is 13-year-old Crystal, and you'd be very concerned. Her mother is Pamela. Like the other girls on the show today, Crystal is obsessed with her looks. But 6 months ago, the pressure to look good was too much, and she tried to kill herself. Crystal, what happened?
I got a lot of pressure from my
What is your like?
she's really tall, she's very beautiful, smart, popular, everybody loves her.
Did you feel hopeless? What was going through your mind?
I just felt really bad about myself, really fat and ugly and
So it was all about looks. Is there pressure at school?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, what did she take?
I had some painkillers that the doctor had given me, and she took 30 of them over a 2-hour period.
What happened to her?
And well, I come home from work, and she was down at the neighbor's house, and they thought she was having an asthma attack, and I went to check, and she was throwing up. And so I took her out to the truck to take her down to the house and give her a breathing treatment or something. And she told me, Mom, I took a bunch of pills, and I'm scared. So I called 911, and they came and got her and flew her to the hospital. She was pretty far out of it. I talked to the counselor at the hospital after they had talked to her, and I come to find out that she had contemplated it twice before, that she was thinking about jumping off a balcony one time. And then there was another time that I found his gun in his top drawer of his dresser, and it was loaded, and the hammer was pulled back. And I asked my girls, I said, you know, who had
Up or the real stuff? She's 5.
It's real.
It's the real. Where does she get
right
this
here.
makeup?
This is her makeup.
More than I have. Yeah. Where does she get this?
When we go shopping, most kids want toys. She goes and picks out a lipstick or a cover-up, and she sometimes thinks it's for play, and sometimes she thinks that she needs to look like this for people to like her.
Boy. She hates clothes that are babyish. She's 5 and wants to be sexy. Does she know what sexy is?
She'll, like the little kids' halter tops, she pulls them off of her shoulders and does like this.
Like she sees the grown-up girls do.
Yeah, well, she has older cousins that act like this, and she sees it everywhere.
Right? All right, she gets upset if another little girl is cute or pretty. Let's have her come out and I'm going to ask her if she knows what sexy is, okay? She's adorable. Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine.
Good. What kind of makeup do you like to wear? Lipstick? Yeah. And nail polish? And do you put on your own makeup? My producer said you knew how to do your own makeup.
Yeah.
In fact, they said better than me. Is that probably true? And she's 5, right? Do you know what sexy means? What does sexy mean? You don't know. Is it good to look sexy or bad to look sexy?
Sally, as far as the makeup goes,
Georgia has written a new book that I read last night that is absolutely fabulous. It is called The Truth About Women. I always wanted to know. And she is professor of psychiatry at Mount Sinai Medical School, as well as the health and medical contributor to NBC. So, right, TV? Yes? Georgia, what is going on here?
What I want to say to the kids is they are not exaggerating. All the studies say that by the time you're in kindergarten, little boys and girls do like prettier better than uglier. It really is true. The peer competition really is there. You've got to acknowledge it, but there are lots of children who aren't going to this extreme. So the question is, why is it hitting them so hard? This competition, the fear of body change, why is it hitting them so hard?
I guess we all go through that competitive phase, one point or another.
This may surprise you. We talk a lot about self-esteem as if low self-esteem is causing these problems. The truth is that too much concern about this creates low esteem. Low self-esteem doesn't cause these problems. These problems cause low self-esteem. If you try to be too perfect, that's mental cruelty. Think of the word self-esteem. It means you esteem yourself. This is about other people esteeming us. That's where it's going wrong.
Ah.
what about too much self-esteem? Nikki tries to be her father and portray herself as she's all that. And I have to teach her, no, that's not what it's about. It's not about your looks. It's about the type of person you are.
Self-esteem is how we esteem ourselves. That's about how other people look at us. So this is not a self-esteem issue. This is a trying to fix something issue. What are you trying to fix is the question that we have to figure out.
To have too much of that, to
What is she trying to get? What doesn't she have enough of?
She's perfect, and she just continually has to
It's not what you
strive.
think of her.